You, like me, were more than likely raised with your relatives putting on you what they wanted to, whatever lotion or cream. And then as you get older, you make your own choices, and that's what I did. I started out using shea butter on my skin because I found out that it was among the best things that you could put on your skin. Then I found out that shea butter is not created equal. There are different grades of it, comes from different places, from the motherland. Shout out to Ghana, where in my opinion the best shea butter comes from. And I started using shea butter on my kids, me and my kids. I would get it from wherever I could find it. When you get shea butter from wherever you can find it, you're gonna get different grades. And I kept playing with it, and then I started putting other ingredients in it, just searching to make the best thing that I could, just for me and my family. Then it hit me, you know what? You really got something. And then I started the research, the real hard, honest to God, I'm finna get up in this research. Enter my sister-in-law. She don't give up about your feelings. She don't. She will take the truth and crack your face. She don't care. So she was the perfect person to run it by. And I was playing with the mixture and the composition, and I bring it back to her.
No.
Gritty.
This is sticky. Too dry.
Chalky.
What's that smell? No.
Greasy.
Try again.
It smells like feet.
Did you have a stroke? Stop. Stop.
She didn't care until I finally got it down. And once I did, and my son Juju got a hold of it. Shout out to Juju, never mind. And he said, Dad, you sell this? Me and my daughter Bailey got to cooking. And that's when I got really serious about sharing my secret with you. The family secret. All natural body butter. When I tell you, my body butter is the best on the earth. I'm not kidding. And it's not because of what I put in it. It's because of what I don't. No cereal fillers. No preservatives. No parabens. Here, I'll read the ingredients for you. Shea butter, coconut oil, jojoba oil, castor oil, beeswax, and fragrance oil. Oh yeah, an African lady knuckle dust from creating the shea butter. That's it. I don't try to stretch it. I don't try to preserve it. It's made fresh. It's not made to sit on the shelf. It's made to put on your ass. Those are the 5 best ingredients that I know of to put on skin. Already getting rid of scars. Already getting rid of eczema. Already enhancing tattoos. Already making small keloids go down. I'm hearing all of this from people who use the Family Secret All Natural Body Butter. This is before I put the black seed oil in the Family Secret Black. That's coming out this summer. This one here, people, I'm telling you, it don't miss. Go to thefamilysecret.shop. www.thefamilysecret.shop. And there you will find the best stuff you can put on your skin.
I'm on the mic. I'm on the mic.
What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening, people? How are you? I'm glad y'all in here. Welcome to the Unc and Nephew show. It's me and my Uncle Kev coming back at y'all. Real talk, real hard. I think y'all gonna like it. This is for y'all know. It's the real, by the real, from the real, for the real. Or something like that. We're going to find that. We're gonna get that down. That is most definitely our motto. We don't play around with it. And today, we had other ideas for the show. But when they... Okay, whoops. That wasn't supposed to happen. There are some things, I'm loading my video files now, so you're going to see them as glimpses, because that's what the show is going to be about. Parenting 2026. Do we need relearning? That's what today is about. I thought I was going to do something else. I had some other ideas, and me and Unc was rolling around and talking as we do, and I'm not kidding you. When we sit up and chop it up, just dope ideas just come out. And this one was no exception. We're just chopping it up about how crazy and off the rails parenting has become. With what we're watching, with what we're seeing, and it's really kind of sad. to the point that we need to ask one another what we need to do. We need to get it. What up, cousin Annis? We need to get a better grip on what it is we've been taught, what we done learned, what has transpired as a society, what has gone down. We got to look at all of that, people. Because I really think we're screwing our kids up. I really do. I think there are some things that you remember when you was little, there was stuff that you said, well, man, when I get grown, I ain't gonna never do this again. Well, me too. And lo and behold, welcome to the stage, Uncle Kev.
What up,
We are
my
going
people?
to,
Love, peace, and hair grease.
yeah, we gonna chop up some of the stuff we saw today and how we were raised, what we were taught to believe, what was instilled in us. Coming to you live from beautiful Southern California, particularly Pasadena. It is gorgeous. It's hot as hell out here, man. It is balls stick to you, lay it hot. But we finna do this show outside in this beautiful air any old way. It's just some stuff I saw that really, really did kind of bother me. And me and Kev, as usual, when we agree, it's dope. But when we don't, this is where the blood hits the floor. I want y'all to check this out and tell me what you think.
Coming to my son's game tomorrow. We've been together for 2 years. 2 fucking years. That's fucked up. All the fucking times you was fucking playing the games with him, fucking practicing with him, telling him that you love him. It's not like I'm asking you to buy him nothing. I'm asking you to still be there like you've been doing.
Bitch, you got some nerve. We need to give this energy to their actual father. You want him to step up and be a man for some kids he ain't made? Get the fuck out of here.
All right. Wow. Okay. Uncle Kev, what are your thoughts, man?
My thoughts and comments on this is actually multi-perspective. It's a multi-perspective. One, I don't think a man should engage children on a personal level like that if he don't intend to stay in their lives. I think
Right.
as an adult,
Pull your mic a
as
little
an
closer,
adult,
Kev.
okay, as an adult male,
Yes.
I think it's important to understand your impact on children's lives, especially when they don't have a father. If they had a father, that's one thing, can't replace him. But a child is looking for that male energy and they cling to it. So if you spend 2 years, in their lives, telling you love them, creating that emotional attachment, then I think it's important to understand what role you play in their lives, whether you want to or not. Once you do that, you create an emotional attachment, and to abandon that, in my opinion, I think is to do to them all over again what their father did to them, their natural father, abandonment.
Well,
That's how they're going to view it. That's how they're going to view it, their children,
that's some real talk, man. I mean, as much as I want to see this from a different perspective, I gotta agree with you, Uncle Kev. Because for me, real talk, this relationship stuff, it's hard work.
Yeah.
It's hard work. And I think when you find yourself where this sister was, I don't know if this is a sketch or not. I know since F-bombs is dropped, I can't monetize this particular broadcast, but I'm not gonna do that anyway. I'm gonna chop this up and throw it around later. As a young dude, there is something to be said about what he said and bringing the father to the forefront. But you know when that's supposed to be said? Before you ever meet the kids. This is a conversation you suppose y'all do. It's way too late to start talking about how the father's dynamics play into this and what the woman should do with the father if you're already there. If you're already there, then this conversation should have always been had. This should have been had up front. Look, and in hindsight, being 2020, if I was to give this advice to any young man, the first thing you want to do is establish what is the relationship of a father to these kids and to this mother. Is he in and out? Is he up and down? Is he periodical? What kind of dude is he? You should not be dealing with this woman at all if you haven't had the opportunity to sit down with the man she got kids with. Real talk. Whatever that is, get his view. First off, you can get a feel for her decision making by who this dude is. Because you are really, really dealing with the most serious job in the world, which is to raise a child. There's no more serious job. And not having a gauge on who dude is, you putting yourself in the position of villain number 2, perhaps. You putting yourself into a position to wind up feeling like this young man spit out this. And let's just be honest. There is a black male-female war going on that none of us are winning. None of us are winning this war.
Impossible.
You know, Latoya, what up, girl? That's I see Will. Is Will okay? I just asked him. Why does she have so much vitriol for not the father guy? Go find the father, the child's father, and give him all that too. Latoya, with love, that's a very easy answer. That's a very easy answer that does not unbreak the heart of the child. It don't have nothing to do with how that baby gonna feel when this dude is not coming around. Which again puts us into what we want to talk about today, what we learned as parents. When you look at these two people, you're looking at the dysfunction that they learned and brought into this. They didn't try to fix none of this. They didn't try to fix none of this from the outside looking in. Looks like the man saw something healthy going on when he was raised, or her, to bring together to try to make something healthy for these kids. From what I can see. From what I can see, it doesn't look like they had any kind of map because of where they have arrived. I don't see it as something they said, okay, especially when I was little. I know everybody here. Everybody put a 1 in the chat if you ever said this. When I grow up, I'm not going to do blank the way my parents did me. If you got that at all, if that happened to you at all, what up, Gary Holt Jr.? If you got that at all, put a 1 in the chat for what you said you wouldn't do. And also put in the chat, what are some of the things that your parents did that you don't do or you wouldn't do as a parent? If you had it to do over, if you are a parent, or if you were to be a parent, what would you not do? Because I think what we are all dealing with, it's just a question of how and on what level. A broken map. What up, Sel? We are all dealing with a broken map of what our parents did. They wasn't perfect. They didn't have a map either. Their map came from the descendants of slaves. How much do you look at your map? How much do you pay attention to why I'm teaching my kids what I'm teaching my kids? Here we go. Put my children up at someone else's house, like splitting me and my brother up. Okay. I think I see what you're saying, Latoya. I think you're talking about from an economic standpoint. You wouldn't separate your kids. But you got to ask yourself, what drove that parent, your mama, your parents, your father? What would drive normal parents to a decision to do something like that? And you can jump in here anywhere you want. Yeah.
I think I say this sometimes. A lot of adults are bad at adulting. And what I mean by that, what I mean by that is they're good grown. They by law they're grown. They're adults. But what an adult, in my opinion, is supposed to be able to do is make decisions and understand the consequences of their own decisions. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Real quick testimony. My youngest daughter is 21 years old, and when she was about 10, 11 years old, I started traveling as a contractor. I was traveling from state to state, 6 months here, a year there, 2 years here, constantly. And I was seldom at home. And I have a great relationship with all my kids. We're very close. I'm really tight with all my kids. Like they can talk to me about anything, and vice versa. But there was a period of time in there when my youngest daughter really needed my presence. She was coming from grammar school, going into high school. The phone call every day wasn't enough, but she didn't know how to tell me that. So fast forward, by the time she got to a senior in high school, one day she told me that it was a painful experience in her life those years when I wasn't there. Now, that's my first time hearing this, right? I had stopped contracting, all that. And first, I defended myself. I said, all those after school activities that y'all had, cheerleading, gymnastics, yeah, that's how we pay for that. My job. All the things, all the luxury, the cell phone, the iPhone, the laptop, all the stuff y'all had, yeah, that's what paid for that. Me contracting, I helped pay for that. Okay. I had to take care of you, you know. And she said one thing that made me stop defending and apologize to her and take accountability for my choice to travel and make more money. She said, Dad, I was a little girl. I did not know how to process that. All I knew was that my dad wasn't home. Man, I broke down. I had no idea my choice affected her that way. Now, did I make the wrong choice? No. But as an adult, I had to respect the fact that my choice affected her. Good or bad, My intention is irrelevant. My choice affected her, and I owe her an apology. That's adulting, in my opinion. Now, there's been many decisions, many things I've responded to where I felt I fell in the adulting area. That wasn't one of them. But the point is, we have to be careful about our choices and defending choices and whatever we do with them, because our choices affect other people. That man becoming a father, quote unquote, to that boy, and then abandoning him, whether you feel you're right or wrong, whether you have a good reason, at the end of the day, your choice could affect that boy's life forever. He could grow up with abandonment issues because of your choice. Okay, so we have to recognize that and try to recognize that before we make choices. To me, it's better off not to create a bond with that boy and let his mother raise him than for me to create a bond with him for 2 years and abandon him. That's worse to me. I think we have to, with a way choices like that. We got to.
I think, well, you opened up a few cans of worms, especially for me, from and hold on, let me put this up real quick. My man Sel said, I'm literally going through this right now. If you could, Sel, if you want to share, put some more in the chat about what it is that you're dealing with. And what up, these nuts? We salute you right back. The show, first off, please understand that the show is brought to you by the Family Secret All Natural Shea Butter, which I put up at the front of the show. And when I jump to another spot where we can just talk, I might just let Kev just rip and run through here while I go to the car and go get a jar. But most definitely, we want you to patronize, and ain't just for us. The familysecret.shop is the website, and we'll most definitely hook up your damn skin. You really need to deal with some of that too. I really, really want us to listen close to what something that Kev said. First, the conversation that he was having with his daughter, my cousin, we gotta leave, we gotta abandon, and I gotta give you props for that, Kev. In that conversation, you abandoned the selective parent amnesia that all of us complain about. How parents don't want to hear from an adult perspective from a child what it is they did wrong. And they just block it out or deny it or defend it. There were things, and God knows, man, God knows I got 5. And there are things I would do so different if I could turn the clock back. And when I hear them tell me what it is that I did, I gotta take ownership for their point of view. You gotta own how they saw it, because they saw it outside of you. They saw it as children. And regardless to what you did, right or wrong, when you met your kids, you are what you are. They were becoming what they were becoming in real time while you were doing whatever it is you was doing, right or wrong. It was not wrong of you, Kev, to go out and try to get that bread. These kids got to eat.
Yeah.
That wasn't wrong. But you still got to own how this little girl views the world and how she views that my daddy's not right here. You got to own that. That was one of the, man, let me tell you something. One of the hardest things it was for me to hear was from my youngest son of my oldest batch. This dude just told me, just flat out, you was like the dude that would show up, beat our ass, and disappear.
Yeah.
Hold on just a second. Yeah, you would beat our ass and and just vanish. That hurt so bad, bro. That hurt so bad, but I had to take it. Things that my sons said I did that I don't remember. Like telling them I was going to show up and not show up at all and don't call. They said I did it. The last position for me to go, I ain't never done no shit like that. Nah, bro. No. You're going to have to take that. And whatever they got a problem with, you're going to have to apologize for.
Yeah.
Because they have their own point of view regarding what happened. And it doesn't help the present or the future for you to argue with them about the past. It doesn't.
Especially over their pain.
Thank you. Thank you. You are not going to erase, alter, augment, get rid of. The only thing you can do is find a way to amplify their pain by debating them about their pain. There's no first off, I don't believe there's any honor. There's no honor in taking a defensive position. You can take an explanatory one and go, let me explain how I screwed this up. Let me be real about my part in this horrible thing that happened between us. I wasn't right, and here's how. Maybe that. But to try to come in to this as a, I'm going to prove you wrong about how you hurt, you ain't gonna get nowhere with that. My man Sel says, my pops was a master foreman. Left at 5, didn't come home till late past 8. Never truly built a relationship with him until close to his death. But I understood early as a man that sacrifices have to be, have to be made for the family. Real talk. Now as a father, I make that same sacrifice, but I'm on the other side of the game. I feel bad for not being around my children when I'm at work, so I give all of me when I'm not. Man, that's big. That's big, Sal. That's big. I think we all should strive to be that. Bruh, when I tell you I took a good hard swing and missed it by a foot, a thumbnail sketch of my relationship with my sons, my older sons, is that I started out with a big villain for me being distance vice ambition. to give y'all a quick thumbnail sketch of Southern California. I met and married their mother way out in San Bernardino, which is at least an hour and some change to LA at 1 in the morning. Don't let nobody lie to you. As Southern California grew to the behemoth it is now, the traffic was horrible. And everything I wanted to be up here, I painted in my head that I'm going to fly off and be this thing and then turn around and bless them there. When I tell you that went horrible, that went horrible. There are many decisions I would make different as I look back. And all I can do is like we doing right now, this show, to help people implement these things into their kids' lives, to help push them into a different way of being. I know one of the places that, GB Funny Style is a cash app. So if y'all enjoying the show, hit some brothers with a little piece of change for doing something strange, like telling the goddamn truth. Let me most definitely, Kev, do me a favor and put your Cash App as well in the chat. So either one of us, hit your Uncle Kev if you're feeling him, hit me if you feel me. One of the things that I was, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna make a banner for this one. Where? Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Ass whoopings. When I was growing up, man, ass whoopings. Imagine, like, you ever watch movies about war and there's a surprise attack on an enemy camp? You could get an ass whooping in my house just like that. Surprise, nigga. In the bathtub, let the lights on. Just ass whoopings. I decided when I was young that I was never gonna get at my sons like that. That to me, an ass whooping should always teach a lesson. It should always be with a lesson and a last resort. An ass whooping, it's a well-lit road to getting your ass whooped in my house. It's well lit. It's speed signs. It's stoplights. There are many ways to avoid ass whooping boulevard when you are raised in my house. Because it's the last thing I really want to do. I don't get any enjoyment out of it. I think it was a form of cardio when we grew up. It was because you could get it. You could get it in my house, and not for much. It did not take much. But then this was the 70s. This was the 70s. They wasn't playing with you. They're all gonna let your ass have it. And I said, when I grow up, I ain't gonna just whoop my kids out of nowhere. And I never did. I never ever would. If you got an ass whooping from me, you knew exactly why. You knew exactly what you did. We had talked about this before, and I made sure it was extremely formal, like a damn firing squad. I did not like that sneak surprise ass whooping shit. Number two, never when I'm angry. Never ever when I was angry would I spank my children. I didn't believe in that. And number three, it was never to embarrass them. It was that Latoya said, yes. Ass whoopings was a source of workout and stress relief. Absolutely. I really believe that these people was working they working their problems out on your ass. I really believe that. I always thought it was unfair. And that's another thing. Me and Kev grew up on different edges of the family because he on my daddy's side. And again, you know them niggas on your daddy's side ain't shit, right? That's what we grew up with, like most black people. How was ass whoopings when you grew up, Kev?
Pretty much the same, man. See, I was a little different than most because it was 10 of us. It was 10 kids. So, and my oldest brother was 19 years older than me. So by the time I was born and understood how, was able to walk and talk, and my 3 oldest brothers were married already. So my father was not around, but it didn't really matter a lot because I had men in my life constantly, a lot of them. So
Right.
I got more whoopings from my brothers than I did my mother. Okay. And it was pretty much what you just said. It's a conversation. Now I'm gonna tell you why I'm gonna do this. Okay. And all the while you shitting bricks because you know it's coming. That's actually to me a greater discipline than just catching them off guard or just going at them and whipping them because they made you angry or because you did something wrong. Well, no. By the time I got leather to my ass, not only did I understand completely that the ass whooper was completely in the right, I agree with him. That's how they put it to me. They made sure I did not feel I was getting this unjustly. All my brothers. That's how my mother taught them. It was a thing of understanding the punishment, and then they lay it on you. That was worse shit. You can't defend yourself mentally.
Right. You know you ain't got nowhere to stand.
You ain't got nowhere to stand. I did this to myself.
Real talk.
So yeah.
Now did my father ever whoop your ass?
Yes, Johnny whooped me. I think one time. Most of my whoopings came from, I say Pep. Pep probably whipped me more than any other brother. And he was the youngest of the 5 oldest boys. But Pep gave it to me the most. Yeah. Because you see, the thing is, my oldest 3, they were always out of the house. They were married families and shit. They didn't see me a whole lot.
Right.
Pep was at home when I was at home. He was the oldest. He was the next to the oldest boy at home. He was closer to me, but old enough to spank me. So he saw my dirt. He knew me more than my other brothers did. You know what I'm saying? He caught me in more dirt. I couldn't get shit past Pap.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ironically, it was the youngest of the oldest 5 boys that spanked me the most.
Okay. Well, speaking of spankings, real talk. Should you spank your children? This is an excellent balm to use on them.
What up, you guys? This is Chris Spencer. I am friends with the Brown family, and this right here, ladies and gentlemen, is the greatest moisturizer I've ever had in the world. Let me get in the sun so you can see my skin. See how it glows. Why is that hat on? Take it off. The family secret, I don't know let's see what's in this, because I shouldn't look this good. Shea butter, coconut oil, jojoba oil, castor oil, beeswax, cocaine, and fragrance. I need my glasses.
No cocaine.
Fragrance oil. It smells good. There's like 15 different fragrances. Is that the right wording? Fragrances, flavors, smells, colors. You're going to go to ZeroFrameStudios.com. Click on the family secret, place an order, and let them know what you think. Jeff Brown, you did it.
You be disrespectful to these motherfucking teachers. So what you tell us? What you tell? Get your ass. Get up. Don't play with me. Now talk to him. Now what you tell him? I'm sorry, Mom. Huh? I'm sorry, Mom. of work he ain't got, every work homework he ain't do. Please send it home. I'm sorry. Please send it home today. You in that room until you die, nigga. Fuck wrong with you? This woman ain't gotta come here to teach none of you badass kids, but she do. But don't play with me, nigga. Make me get that call again. You ain't think I was coming up here on your ass. You lucky I was trying to find you in that classroom. I will whoop you where you act up at.
Wow. Okay. Wow. Where do I start? First off, I gotta say that what up, T.M. Richardson? Great to see you too. Ma'am, I'm gonna whoop your ass in front of the class was a ghetto statement. I don't know many kids who have not had that threat thrust upon them that are my age. As a matter of fact, my mama and my grandmama was gonna tag team whoop my ass one time at school and came up to the school only to find me gone. I was like, no. How y'all gonna make an appointment to whoop my ass at school? No, that's not gonna happen. That's not. No. I tell you what I'm finna do. I'm finna go to my godmama house. So I walked from Lindblom High School, which was 62nd and Walcott, to 76 in Cottage Grove, which is miles east.
A walk.
That's a good walk. I'm gonna look that up. How far did I walk? Because it felt like forever. It took me a good hour and some change to get there. But I was not gonna take no ass whooping in school. Now, I will say, if we look at this real close, Kev, just from a ass whooping perspective, I want you to pay particular attention. Not so much, we're gonna turn the sound down, but this mother is a professional ass whooper. Because you see right here, look at that. You see that right there? She made the turn before she got to the teacher, because she knew the son was expecting the ass whooping in front of the teacher. So she got him with that surprise kamikaze ass whooping. That right there is not a mistake. This right here. Yeah. And I'm gonna stop and turn and whoop your ass and start it up right now. That I don't think was a mistake. I think that was planned out. From an ass whooping perspective, I gotta give her props for that. However, number one, the language. There is no reason to ever berate your kids in public like that. Ever. I can't. That broke my heart more than anything. Not so much that it was going down, but the fact that the fact that she spoke to him in ways that I don't think need to happen. And this also plagues me, is that, and shout out to single mothers. Y'all got the hardest job in the damn world. This is not, the following is not cover it all, broad stroke critique of single mothers in general and Black single mothers specifically. It is not. It's just a fact about the place you've been put. There are things you shouldn't have to do because of how you resolve conflict. Just because of how you do it. Most women, when it comes to conflict, have 3 gears: 1, 2, and 10. They don't have many gears in the middle. They don't. They lose patience. And I'm not discussing the talking to you 15 times, because they talk to you 15 times on level 2. Then they start talking to you on level 10 because level 2 has not worked. So I get where they are. I understand where they are, and it's a foul place to be, because as a man, there were other ways to handle this. Me, as a father, being disrespectful in class, regardless to what it was, I'm not finna give all your classmates the nuclear weapon of you got your ass whooped. And now the world, it's a thermonuclear weapon now, because here's 2 strange old men sitting in the park talking about an ass whooping a young boy took that 30, 40 years ago, we wouldn't have had privilege to it. It would be just his little community, which is bad enough. When the kids know, you don't. That's a nuclear weapon. No father. Most fathers, I'll say, that I respect, that's not even near the first place they come, because it speaks to a loss of control, for one. As a father, I get this note home, and my son has been disrespectful in class. Here's what I'm going to talk to him about. Young man, come on in here. I got a question for you. What is your last name? Brown? No, it's not. That's my last name. I'm stealing this from Chris Webber's father, the basketball player. When he was screwing up in college, his daddy came down to college and explained that, hey, that ain't your last name. That's my last name. Till you get a family, then it's your last name. Don't be putting no dirt on my name. Your name carries a standard. You are not to be disrespectful in class, because you are disrespecting huge amounts of time. You're disrespecting the teacher's time, your own time, and the time of your classmates. Because they all, whether they do or not, whether they're good at it or not, whether they pay attention or not, they are supposed to be there to learn. And in the time that you run in your face or doing your thing, you are standing in the way of or impeding their learning. You're going to give me, at that age, you're going to give me 200 words on the importance of discipline. And you can throw in learning in there. And you grounded this weekend. Now, if we have to have this and you are going to pull your teacher aside and apologize to her. And you are not going to be disrespectful again. Because if you are, ain't going to be no more talking. Do you understand me? I don't think that a woman is supposed to be in that position. I think it's a better way to handle it even for a female. I just don't think it's as effective when it comes from a man that way. Speaking to a young male and speaking order and life and specifics into his environment. I just don't think that it doesn't come off from a woman that way, but I think that's a better way to handle it. And then in a second, I'm going to hand it off to you, Kev. Then, what is that little boy thinking when you call him nigga? With that white woman standing there. What's on his mind? I mean, after he has just learned that he is supposed to expect aggression on a catastrophic level when whenever he crosses a woman, he is being trained that this is how you take love. This is how you are supposed to expect love from a woman on this level. What does he think about the word nigga now? What does he think about himself? Bananas, yo, cuzzo, I'm chilling in the backyard with some house music, blasting and drinking. I joined in to say what's up, fam, and tell cousin Angie I love her. I hope to see y'all soon. Me too, baby, me too. What does she think he's thinking? I don't know if she gave it that much thought. I think, yeah, I'll say this, and then I'll dismount Uncle Kev, and I'm gonna run to the car and get a jar. I don't think that she thought it through that far, and I think she thought or felt her methods were justified by the fact that something needed to be done. What say you? You got the floor till I get.
So yeah, I agree with Jeff, and that is, she wasn't thinking. I think she was acting with her emotions, and I don't think we should discipline children with our emotions. That's one of the worst things we can do. Anger, being irritated, feeling the need for vindication because a child disobeyed you or wronged you or crossed you. All those negative feelings is not what should go into that discipline. Because again, we have to respect the skill of adulting as adults. Everything you say, everything you do, you have to be accountable for, because it's going to affect somebody else, especially the role of parent. I think she had the right idea, which was the militant discipline. I'm okay with militant discipline, especially with boys. Boys need militant discipline. Boys don't need, every time they fall, you kissing on their knee and rubbing them, oh, baby, it's going to be okay. It's a way to express love to boys without interfering with their growth as a man. You understand? We don't have to always be hard with them. We can be gentle. We can be loving. But there has to be an element of discipline, because that's the only thing boys respond to. Boys and girls are different. Men and women are different. And this is why so many single moms have a problem when they grow with their sons, respecting them and them going the wrong direction, because they don't understand the militant part of discipline. When my big brothers would sit down and talk to me, before they put their hands on a belt, before they did anything, they made sure I understand why this consequence was coming. We've had this conversation before. How many times? 2 times. And I told you the next time this is going to happen, right? Right. Okay. I'm doing this because so that you won't keep exhibiting this behavior. You understand that? Yes, I understand that. That's militant. That's discipline. You're giving him a frame of reference as to why this punishment is taking place beyond you're wrong and you disobeyed me. It's the practical side of it. You can hurt others when you do that. So I'm going to hurt you right now temporarily to keep you from hurting others and yourself. That's why I'm doing this. It is now a method to the discipline that he understands. And men need that. Boys need that. Because they have to grow up and lead a family. And they have to lead with that same discipline. Baby, I know how you feel talking to your wife. I get it. But we can't make that decision and you lay it out. Because that's the way you were trained to explain things to the people that follow you, that you lead. They need understanding to respect you. They need understanding to follow you, to trust you. You can't just do shit and then, okay, just follow me because I'm a leader. No, that's not how it works. A real leader explains, is accountable to those that follow him, and therefore he owes them an explanation. My children, I owe them an explanation as to why I'm about to make them feel the discomfort they're about to feel. That's what a leader does. So that mother, when she did that to her child, all he knew is that I was wrong, so I'm being punished. That's not enough. You have to explain the detriment of that behavior to himself. You are damaging yourself when you behave that way. I'm protecting you from yourself when I punish you. As he gets older, he'll get a deeper and deeper grasp of that. By the time he gets in high school, he will understand that discipline. He'll get it. He will be a leader. And many times, kids in high school lead other kids. You know why? Because they have parents who are leaders. They understand the natural form of leadership. So I don't want to get too long-winded about that. But yeah, I don't think her approach was appropriate. I think there was more negative energy there than there was a lesson. And that's the danger of being a parent, acting on your emotions, because emotions are not intelligent. Emotions don't think things through. Emotions just act. And when you're just acting without any rhyme or reason to your actions, the outcome is usually going to be bad. You're not thinking about the consequences. You're not thinking about, the what ifs. What does he actually need right now? And I question if she's even asked herself, why is my son acting out in school? You understand? He could be getting bullied and she don't know it. He's acting that out. He didn't know how to express his pain, so he's acting out in school. Now you're punishing him for that. And his actions is a reaction to something negative happening to him. But unless you're thinking through that, unless you're using wisdom to assess before you go in, nuclear, why are you doing that, son? I don't know. Start asking the teacher questions. Have you noticed any other behaviors that I should be concerned about? Well, he has been doing so and so and so, and you might find the problem, and that's part of parenting, being a problem solver. Just my kid did wrong, I'm gonna beat him. My kid did wrong, I'm punish him. Find out if there's something deeper to the behavior, But again,
Well,
that's the skill of adulting. It's developed.
I think, yeah, she was guilty of hunting mosquitoes with a shotgun.
Yeah, exactly.
You really, I think LaToya owned to something right here. Me either, she was misappropriating her anger. And yes, LaToya, he is very, very level-headed. It is bananas how we grew up down the street and around the corner from each other. Only saw each other maybe 10 times, Cam, before we were adults and went our own way.
Yeah, if that, I'm no more than 10.
No, it wasn't more than that. But our perspectives are very, very close. They're very close. I think, and I can't wait to hear back, because again, it's a little walk to my car to get you guys the new and improved jar of the Family Secret All Natural Body Butter. This one is Nights Over Egypt. You got to go and get you some. Go to www.thefamilysecret.shop and scoop you some of that. Real talk. As a matter of fact, I want y'all to check this out before we go into the last leg of the show.
Hey, how you doing? Dave Fenoy here, my wife Mo.
Mo.
We're here to talk about the family secret.
Quick story. I have a girlfriend of mine who she's living in West Africa and in the Congo and people like this. I was speaking with her and a native African saying this was by far the best shea butter she and her family experienced. It's amazing. And being a woman of color of a certain age, you know, you're looking to maximize your youthfulness and who you are, accepting you're gracefully aging. This allows you to do this. And it has bonus benefits. You're not ashy at all or greasy. No gas, just truth.
The family secret shea butter.
Share the secret.
Wow. Wow. I am definitely going to work on my logistics with my commercials. But I sure do thank y'all for those of you who have bought some. And I got some on back order. Israel Mills, I owe you, man. It's coming, it's coming, it's coming. I've been cooking food. We're going to get everybody taken care of. As a matter of fact, next week, everybody who is waiting on their jars, you're going to get them. We have just been incredibly blessed and incredibly busy working with the family secret. So please bear with us, but it's coming. It's coming. Some of what I heard Uncle Kev talking about was the adulting part missing. This is what I mean when I ask, what did we learn? When you look at her, you have to ask, what did she learn? What did she grow up watching parents do that led her to do that? What was her map? What did she take from when she was a child? Because that's what she used. There was nothing, first off, ass whoopings from women, ass whoopings from black women used to be feminine. Wasn't nothing feminine about that ass whooping. That was a WWE SmackDown ass whooping. The way she was squaring off and getting in his face. But it was out of necessity because I'm going to guess that there were no men around. And unfortunately, and that's the other thing, I'm not indicting this sister. Especially when you hear her speak from the perspective about the teacher teaching her and how she spoke of these other badass kids. You know what that says to me? She has a concern for her son not winding up like these other badass kids. I'm not going to just entirely just beat this sister up.
Right.
I see where she was trying to get to. There were just other roads that she apparently were unpaved for her. She ain't never been down none of these roads. This ain't never been her modus operandi. Because she was real ghetto with it. She was fantastically ghetto. It looks like Facebook removed my video because oh wow. It's been restrictions added to my account. I can't start or join calls. I can't use groups until July 12th. Oh wow. That's till tomorrow, I suppose. And I'm up here learning, y'all. I'm up here learning. So what's gonna happen is I'm gonna make a gang of mistakes, especially about what you can and cannot broadcast. But I didn't make that shit up. I saw it. I saw this video on As a matter of fact, I saw the damn video on Facebook. And decided to reshare it, reclip it, really talk about it. And I think what's going to have to happen, and I guess I'm going to learn my lesson, is I'm going to have to give y'all links to go watch the video and get back to me. Like, I could have posted the link to the video, go watch the video, and then come back here and we're going to talk about it. I think I'm going to start doing that. But I think, in my thinking, what is most important here is that as new parents, as new aunties and uncles, as men walking into ready-made relationships, which I will, I believe that any single mother should be doomed to never having a mate again. And I think that's unfair. However, I also think that a single mother does not have the right to expect to get with a man that don't already have kids. I think y'all need to do the bread. Dun, 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 dun. Here's the story. Y'all need to mix his kids with your kids and try to figure something out. But the number one thing, because the number one thing that is taken from a man who engages with a woman who has kids and gets serious with her, the number one thing he misses or misses out on is treating his firstborn like his firstborn. He can't do that because he's dealing with your kids now. And he got to deal with your kids in that way. So I don't think that's very fair.
Right.
But I know we have to, as a people, if we're gonna move forward, as we move forward, we don't have a choice. Forward is coming. As we move forward, I'm seeing a great many of us rethink parenting from both sides. And I think we need to rethink ass whoopings. I think ass whoopings are effective. I think they work. I think there's a place for them, but that place is not anger. That place is not rage. That place is not humiliation or embarrassment. And especially more for boys than young girls. I really do believe there is a place for it. So I'm going to be clipping this up. We're going to be putting this up. What are your final thoughts there, Uncle Kev?
That last point you made about relationships, as far as Black people, we're learning different, we're having to approach things differently. I think there's some good and bad in that, of course, like everything. But because, and what I mean by this, I think a lot of the traditional things that we've abandoned, I think we should circle back around and come back to. We got to learn how to eat the meat and spit out the bones, and how to understand what was put on us as a people, opposed to us naturally adopting. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these parenting philosophies, a lot of these views about how Black women are viewing themselves, how they're viewing Black men, how Black men are viewing Black women, a lot of things are put on us from a white supremacist standpoint. I'm not gonna go back to the white supremacy thing, I promise. But a lot of the things that a lot of the behaviors we're exhibiting in our race are things that was put on us through the vein of white supremacy. We just don't know it because we can't trace it back. They don't leave obvious footprints, but they're there. We lost our culture coming across the water as slaves, but we also lost the culture we built here. And there was a time when we were one of the wealthiest classes in the South, Black people. When we got released from the physical bondage of slavery, we owned farms, we owned businesses, we had an airport. We were wealthy. And the reason why is because we gave up our labor free for 400 years, which means we knew all the trades. So when they let us go, what did? We started business with those trades. This is why the Black Wall Streets got burnt. Rosewood, dozens of cities in the towns in the South, prosperous towns got burnt because we were outperforming them in business and agriculture. Because we were the thing. We were the free labor. So everybody wanted our labor. So they taught us everything, even how to rear their children. We were experts at all of it. So we took that culture, that work ethic, that business knowledge, all that with us. Over time, that got infiltrated and broke down. And now look at where we are. We're the least wealthiest group in the entire country, and we built the fucking country. How did that happen? White supremacy. They changed our belief system. They changed our ideologies about ourselves. They told us you should dress like, walk like, think like, do like those people instead of doing our own thing. We got assimilated into their system. So I think as a people, and I see it coming back. That's the good news. I see it coming back. We're coming back to that thing. Farrakhan been saying it for years. A lot of people have, you know. We got to stop begging them and stop trying to make them accept us and go build our own shit. Then we can come to the table and demand some things because we got our own shit. China, Russia, every country, every nationality have an economy that affects the global economy. So they can come to the table and say, look, this is what we think. African Americans don't have that. Chinese can go back to China. A Chinese person can go back to China, even if they're born here. A Russian person can go back to Russia. Where are we going back to? We don't have an economy. We're consumers, not producers. We got to get back to being producers, and it's coming. It's getting there. You see it growing fast. But I'll cut it short. But that's a whole nother conversation that needs to be had about where we are, where we came from. Forget slavery. Where we came from, where we were after slavery, how we fell deeper, farther down, and now we're rising back up again. How did it happen? Why it happened? Why we need to pay attention to it. Because truth of the matter is, and I'll close with this. This is not about us, just about us. What I'm talking about is global. Look at what's happening in Africa. If y'all don't know, start watching Africa, Burkina Faso, the Sahel states. They're cutting Europe out. Black people across the globe are about to rise, and we gotta be ready to rise with them. That's it.
Well, Kev, I think that's a dope way to close the damn show. And when I cut this, I'm gonna cut this at that as the close. But something that my man Sayon Bobbitt Sales put up, Brother Sayon. Uncle Jeff, this is ironic. I'm current, and yeah, let me set it up. This is to Brother Sayon. At 28, I am honored you are here, and put a 1 in the chat if you're still here, Sayon. I am honored that you are here. This is what this show is for. For you to be able to get some uncles to talk to you who have had plenty of time to make plenty of mistakes that you don't have to. I'm honored to do it. I'm happy to speak on it, brother. Here damn goes. Uncle Jeff, this is ironic. I'm currently dating a 25-year-old with a child. I'm 28. I want to start my own fam, not pick up where someone else left off, if that makes sense. Okay. This may sound harsh, young Jedi, but it's the truth. At 28 years old, You hear that motor going by?
Yeah, I do. That's a
That's
Corvette.
you. That's a Corvette shooting down the street. That's you. Corvette ain't got but 2 seats. You have the world by the balls right now. If you don't have any children and you don't have a criminal record, brother, do you know that you could get up and go to Burkina Faso tomorrow if you had your shit together? You can go anywhere in the world right now, Brother Sayan. Anywhere. Now, I don't know this young lady. I don't have anything against her. But please understand that this is the importance of who you lay down with and who you keep your company with. Because you are struggling with, and I'm glad you're here, you're playing with your family brand. And this is not to say that you cannot make a wonderful life with her and this child. This is to say that you do not have to feel guilty. You don't have to feel ashamed. You don't have to listen to niggas ain't shit. You don't have to, none of that applies to you because you are applying logic to this. You have every right for your firstborn to be your firstborn.
That's right.
You don't have to, don't feel some kind of funky ass way that you ain't no good if you're deciding to do this now. As the earmark of the show, from the first dude who said what he said about having vitriol for the daddy of the child. Don't break this baby's heart. I don't know how long you've been dating, but don't you break this baby's heart. This is why it's so important not to do this. If you're going to deal with a woman with kids, which, by the way, I don't think black people, and this is just for me, you asked, so I'm just busting this open here, Sayan. I don't think that black people take their lives serious enough, early enough. We don't. What up, Jan? We don't take our lives near serious enough, near early enough. We are often too cavalier with what it is that is supposed to be our futures. What it is that is supposed to be the thing that we are setting up for those who come after us. I'm telling you, Brother Sayan, that from this point forward, don't look at your life as you going to get cooter. You don't get cooter, young man. You give out ding ding. From this point forward, this is how you look at it. There should be no woman in your life that does not serve your purpose. And if you don't know what your purpose is, there should be no woman in your life. Let me drop it on you like that. At GB Funny Style is the Cash App. I do believe, let me see. I do believe at KM the Writer is yours, Uncle Kev. Is that correct?
$sign KM the Writer.
$sign KM the Writer. Yes. Let me fix that for both.
Hey Jeff, if I can make a quick comment to the gentleman who.
Yes, please.
I'll say very briefly. I agree 100% with Jeff. Do not feel obligated to make any decision that's going to affect your life in a negative way. Don't feel obligated to anyone else's responsibility. If you take it on, great. My hat's off to you. But you got to choose that based on what you want. Don't let anybody guilt you into that, not even yourself. Because most people who have a good heart, they lean on the side of sacrificing themselves for the needs of others. And that's a good thing when it's done in the right context. You have a responsibility to yourself and your life and your future children and the people, the young men that's going to look up to you. You got a responsibility to them first, not somebody you're in a relationship with. Your life, your calling. Listen to me. Your life, your calling, your responsibility for the things in your personal universe are your first priority, because guess what? If that falls apart, you can't help nobody no way. You got to make sure you're intact. And if that situation is going to take you out of being intact based on what you want and your goals and your future, it's the wrong choice. Take care of yourself first, and then you will find the will, the means, the resources to take care of others. But you got to take care of self first. You're too young to be obligated to somebody else's debt when you don't want to be. That's a role that could potentially mess your life up until you're 60, 70 years old or longer. If you ain't feeling that, don't do it. Don't do it. If you're comfortable with it, go for it.
But understand what you're dealing with.
Exactly. Don't go into it blindly. Understand what we said earlier. Once you connect to that child, you got a responsibility, because that child don't understand abandonment. It don't. An adult can say, well, he wasn't my dad, no way. A child can't do that. By the time that child is old enough to think like that, they're damaged already. They have abandonment issues. So you got to think about, if I do this, it's going to be for a long time. It's a commitment. Don't take it on if you ain't going to finish it. Don't start it if you can't finish it. If you don't know if you can finish it, don't start it. I'll go there. If you ain't sure, don't start it. It's too precious.
And that brings us to another end, to another infrastructure that we're going to cut up and put everywhere. Like, share, subscribe. Let people know we out here, man. Let people understand that this is the watering hole. This is the place where they can come and get the real, for the real, from the real to the real. We want to thank y'all, man. I don't take it lightly. Y'all showed up here today. From Latoya, to Annis, to Jan, to all the people who showed up, to Sel, to Seon, to L Nix, to these nuts, all of you. I thank you so much, John today. I thank you for coming through. Still leave a cash out. If you mention, it ain't too late for you to buy me and Uncle Kev some potato chips for doing this. We sure appreciate you. And definitely, go by the family secret. Go by the website. Go see us. It's made for you. We made that for you. We want you to use it. We want you to put it on your baby. But most important, even more important than what you put on your body, take some of this what we said today and put it in your mind. right? Yeah.
You, like me, were more than likely raised with your relatives putting on you what they wanted to, whatever lotion, cream. And then as you get older, you make your own choices, and that's what I did. I started out using shea butter on my skin because I found out that it was among the best things that you could put on your skin. Then I found out that shea butter is not created equal. There are different grades of it. Comes from different places, from the motherland. Shout out to Ghana, where in my opinion the best shea butter comes from. And I started using shea butter on my kids, me and my kids. I would get it from wherever I could find it. When you get shea butter from wherever you can find it, you're gonna get different grades. And I kept playing with it, and then I started putting other ingredients in it, just searching to make the best thing that I could, just for me and my family. Then it hit me, you know what? You really got something. And then I started the research, the real hard, honest to God, I'm finna get up in this research. Enter my sister-in-law. She don't give up about your feelings. She don't. She will take the truth and crack your face. She don't care. So she was the perfect person to run it by. And I was playing with the mixture and the composition, and I bring it back to her.
No.
Gritty.
This is sticky. Too dry.
Chalky.
What's that smell? No.
Greasy.
Try again.
It smells like feet.
Did you have a stroke? Stop. Stop.
She didn't care until I finally got it down. And once I did, and my son Juju got a hold of it. Shout out to Juju, never mind. And he said, Dad, you sell this? Me and my daughter Bailey got to cooking. And that's when I got really serious about sharing my secret with you. The family secret. All natural body butter. When I tell you, my body butter is the best on the earth. I'm not kidding. And it's not because of what I put in it. It's because of what I don't. No cereal fillers. No preservatives, no parabens. Here, I'll read the ingredients for you. Shea butter, coconut oil, jojoba oil, castor oil, beeswax, and fragrance oil. Oh yeah, and African lady knuckle dust from creating the shea butter. That's it. I don't try to stretch it. I don't try to preserve it. It's made fresh. It's not made to sit on the shelf. It's made to put on your ass. Those are the 5 best ingredients that I know of to put on skin. Already getting rid of scars. Already getting rid of eczema. Already enhancing tattoos. Already making small keloids go down. I'm hearing all of this from people who use the Family Secret All Natural Body. This is before I put the black seed oil in the Family Secret Black. That's coming out this summer. This one here, people, I'm telling you, it don't miss. Go to thefamilysecret.shop. www.thefamilysecret.shop. And there you will find the best stuff you can put on your skin.
I'm on the mic. I'm on the mic.